All right, here we go. Another week of seeing if Scott can get it done right.
Good luck to me.
Vegas is not giving an over-under. They're chickens. Or clucks. I'm not sure which. Where was I now? Oh, like, subscribe, and follow us if you would. Really hit the like button every time. That helps us. Apparently with some algorithm named Al.
And they're good. And we've got middle schoolers that are.
Well, he understands that more than we probably do. Well, we know he may have written the algorithm.
I'm glad to have it.
Yep.
Because he's smarter than me.
So do that, like, subscribe, and follow, especially the like part. Well, subscribing's nice. Following, they're all honky and dory. But if you've done the last two, you probably only have to do the first one every time.
Sounds good.
Thank you. If you have a question, comment,
Why
is my phone blowing up? If you have if those are people with my number texting me about you, so help me.
I get a kick out of it.
Where was I now? Question, comment, conundrum, or snark. You can leave it right where you find us here, or you can send it off to TITR@netradio.network, which is also the best place to what? To
no,
send
you go right
stories.
ahead. I'm just thinking about my idiocy.
Oh,
it's amazing I've made it this far.
Yes, that's true. Really. Just so you know, we're not proud of that, no.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
A court in England.
Don't you sort of partially wish, though, that people knew what was going on behind the scenes?
Let's just say that Scott's dementia continues.
It's set in now.
And I actually started 2 stories I'd done before.
Yeah. I believe that we're put on the site 4 times in 1 week.
And we're not going to subject you to that. Although Tony thought it would be hilarious.
For a minute, yeah.
Send all email addressed to Tony. TITR@netradio.net.
It's just nice that I'm not the idiot this time. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. A court has adjourned the sentencing of a 12-year-old involved in the riots and disorder in August after his mother went to Ibiza on holiday.
I'm sorry?
That's right. So apparently he got himself somehow hung up.
He was bored.
Well, I don't know yet whether he was actually involved. There was one guy I read about who was arrested because he was there. He had done nothing, but he was arrested and charged.
Yeah, but he was there. And there was mayhem going on, correct?
Yeah. Towns and cities across the UK saw violence break out after 3 girls were harmed at a Taylor Swift-themed dance class in Southport on the 29th of July. The boy, who cannot be identified due to his age, someone we will just call
Professor X.
Professor X, admitted to being
He's a cartoon character. How pissed can he get?
Look at this. He's a violent little guy. Admitted to being part of a group attacking a bus outside a hotel housing asylum seekers in Manchester.
Okay.
He was also part of a group filmed kicking the windows of a vape shop. And throwing a missile at a policeman in Manchester City Centre on August 3rd.
A missile? It's merely a pointy projectile, I'm guessing.
I'm hoping.
Because otherwise he's very strong.
Accompanied by his uncle, the boy had attended Manchester Magistrates Court for sentencing on 2 counts of violent disorder, as well he should, but his mother was not present.
Because?
She'd flown away for 5 days. I got people to meet in Ibiza, some tans to get. District Judge Joanne Hurst was told the boy's mother would return on Thursday, the day before his appearance in court. She said on Monday, the judge, one day before the hearing, we find out the mom has gone on holiday and is not with her son, who played a greater part in the recent civil disorder than any adult or child I've seen coming through these courts. I'm frankly astonished.
Uh-oh.
And all this time, I thought your name was Joanne.
I was more Brianly astonished, but
I will require a full explanation from Mom with her decision to go on holiday one day before her 12-year-old son comes out to court facing a potential custodial sentence.
I have several ideas. None of them are going to make her look good.
So they're going to make him a janitor.
No.
Oh.
They're going to make him very popular on date night.
This is a serious situation. It has now deteriorated, in my view, because of the actions of the mother. No wonder the kid made the decisions he makes. She's on notice. I will be challenging her about this decision.
Eek?
I would be. I'd be eked out.
Nope, I can't. I can't imagine any reason I would do that.
Nope. Nope.
No.
Well, my son would show up and wouldn't be able to sit down, if you catch my drift.
I believe the word is bingo. There's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom bungalow in suburban Monrovia, which is just northeast of Los Angeles.
Oh, it's in the Northeast.
It was crushed by a tree in May with 2 renters and 2 dogs inside. The good news,
The dogs are okay.
there were no injuries.
Oh, good.
But a fence and, what's left of the property, if you take into account the missing walls, the hanging wires, and no ceilings, what's left of the property is now up for sale for $499,999. Yep, you can get a deal here. It's just shy of $500,000 northeast of L.A.
I'll call Drew. That's something he might be interested in. It's a little fixer-upper.
Listing agent Kevin Wheeler quipped to the L.A. Times because, let's be honest, it's been years since the Times actually did news, so it's an open
fixer
concept
lower, too, by the way.
It's an open concept floor plan.
So it's a fixer in the middle as well.
Everywhere. The listed size, 645 square feet. 645 square feet for a bungalow missing ceiling walls and has the ever-popular hanging wires.
Yeah, not doing it.
Why again? Why would you?
No.
According to Real Estate Boy, the electricity is turned off. Thank you.
Nice.
And the plumbing still works.
I wish you would have warned me that was coming. I almost did a spit take.
Finding a silver lining in every cloud. Monrovia regulations state that demolitions on properties more than 50 years old, which the house is, require a review because of hysterical societies.
What if it's already destroyed?
Like this?
Yes.
Review. Just so you know. Since it was destroyed by what's known as the ever-popular and always nasty act of God. Why is
That's right.
It's an act of God is never a good thing. It's always like death and destruction.
The tornado that puts things back together just doesn't occur, Tone.
Yeah, but there are other things that are acts of God that are good things, and we never hear about those.
Sure you do. There's an entire book written about it. Well,
it is California, I believe, to quote the Big Bang Theory, land of the heathen.
Yes.
Where was I now? Since it was destroyed by what's known as an act of God, a review isn't required, according to Wheeler. So, house hunters can buy what's left of the home and fix it up without dealing with some of the red tape that would be typically required.
But the building red tape is insane.
And Wheeler told the Times there's actually been a lot of interest so far because demand is so high and inventory is so low, especially at this price.
A pup tent is almost the same size.
Yeah. And it has walls and a ceiling. All you'd have to fix is the fence.
This from the BBC via Patrick Reed, our man in Liverpool. I know this story's good, by the way. We haven't done it before.
Yeah, I'll assure you of that.
Okay. Pretty. A would-be burglar in Rome was caught after stopping to read a book on Greek mythology in the middle of a theft, according to Italian media. We got a Roman, Greek, Italian thing.
This is why you never take intellectuals with you on a robbery.
That's exactly what I was thinking. The 38-year-old reportedly gained access to a flat in the Italian capital's Prati district via the balcony.
It's why the professor had to be told half the time what he had. What I can't figure out is he knew enough to make stuff for them, but could never figure out a way to get them actually off the island. Every draft they made looked like it would fall apart shortly.
Right away. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
For the first Gilligan's Island
And
reference of the week.
And for some reason, he kept that radio going for 3 years on that island.
A battery-operated radio.
That's the well, they had nothing to plug it into. What are you going to plug it into a coconut? It's not like using potatoes.
Remember
Again, if I may quote the Big Bang Theory, the potato runs the clock. Yeah. Okay, you can tell me. Is it a special potato?
No, I made a potato radio.
At which point, Bob Newhart looked at Johnny Galecki and said, "What do you talk about?"
Speaking of distractions, Fraudy got in through the balcony. No, the guy got in through the balcony, but became distracted after picking up a book about Homer's Iliad on the bedside table. The 71-year-old homeowner is said to have awoken and confronted the alleged thief, who was engrossed in the book.
Who said,
hey, wait a second, I got to finish this chapter.
I got one paragraph here. Let me go.
After being caught off guard, the alleged thief reportedly attempted to make a quick getaway by escaping via the same balcony, but was arrested shortly thereafter. He is said to have told police he had climbed the building to visit a person he knew. So let's go back to the question of him being an intellectual.
No, that can't be it.
I thought I had ended up in a B&B, saw the book.
Maybe it was Homer's Iliad for idiots.
All right, there you go. Giovanni Nucci, the author of The Gods at 6 o'clock, which explains the Iliad from the perspective of the gods, told Il Messaggero, I think, it's fantastic. I'd like to find the person caught red-handed and give him the book because he'll have been arrested halfway through reading it. I'd like him to be able to finish it.
Should have the time.
Author says it's a surreal story, really, but also full of humanity.
And now there's a whole nother chapter just waiting to be added.
The thief was reported in possession of a bag containing expensive clothing allegedly stolen from another house earlier that evening. Mr. Nucci said his personal favorite deity was Hermes, the god of thieves, who's also the god of literature. So it's clear. Everything fits.
No, it doesn't. I tell you. Well, as long as we're doing kid stories, a TV news helicopter, well, one intellectual and one kid story.
I think the kid's smarter than this other guy.
From New York, a TV news helicopter crew spotted a boy who'd been reported missing. 9-year-old boy had left his Brooklyn apartment around 7 a.m. for school, but did not show up at said school.
Ooh. Oh, man, that would drive me nuts.
The boy's parents did what any parent would do. They left for Ibiza.
Said they'd be back in 5 days.
The boy's parents actually called police like normal people.
And panicked a little bit because
put out a description of the missing child, including the orange tie he was wearing.
Hopefully.
9-year-old wearing an orange tie. It's got to be a private school, right?
Maybe. That's possible.
According to the CBS station, the CBS New York.
Columbia Broadcasting System.
Sent to hell. You suppose they're out of Black Rock? You suppose they get to do their business right out of Black Rock? Or do they have their own? Is that just corporate stuff?
It's probably just corporate stuff.
CBS station sent a helicopter to the scene, and reporter Dan Rice spotted the boy on the rooftop of his family's building.
There he is, right over there.
Rice said, as my pilot, Eric Ross, and I were circling Bouts the building. He didn't say Bouts. I did. We came across a person sitting in a chair over here on the rooftop. We zoomed in with the camera, and it appeared to be the child that fit the description of the missing child.
Okay.
Station employees phoned the police. The helicopter crew hovered overhead till they arrived.
Maybe the kid had been put in timeout and the parents just forgot.
According to Rice, he just packs up his computer and his book bag and goes off with the police officers. They looked back at our helicopter, gave us a big thumbs up, and took the child down to his parents. No, he wasn't missing. He was just playing hooky.
Kid, you got the tie on, might as well have a watch.
Or a clue.
Right.
You know, if the parents bought you the orange tie, have them buy you a clue so you wouldn't be that stupid.
How old? 9?
9.
Middle schoolers.
At least take the tie off.
Right?
I mean, I'm sure they saw some brightly colored thing and went, suppose that's him, and zoomed in. If they'd have just seen a kid up there with a regular shirt on, no big deal.
Exactly. No, you had to wear the whole uniform.
Yeah. Suppose he was reading a book about the Odyssey?
I'm thinking.
Oh.
Well, I can see how he'd get engrossed in it.
He'll have time to finish the book, too.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.